Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make this adorable Halloween sign, and if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you and enjoy. So the first thing is to get some pieces of wood. Now I happen to have scrap wood, but you can certainly use pre-cut pieces from any of the hobby stores. What I used was a piece that was about 7 by 8, which is the bigger piece, and then these smaller pieces that are 1 by 3s cut into 6-inch lengths. And I started with sanding them. I cut the pieces with a saw, and the bigger piece was cut with a table saw. So they're a little rough, and I want to make them, they don't have to be perfect, but kind of a good bit smoother so that I can paint them and they look nice. So after sanding for a little bit, my husband suggested that he plane the big piece of wood for me so that it was a lot smoother and I didn't have to sand as much. So he did that for me, which would be one advantage of using a pre-cut piece of wood. You wouldn't have to do that. But then I just finished up the sanding on this guy. When I finished sanding, I just brushed all the extra sawdust off of them and then brushed all the sawdust off my workspace too, so that they would be ready for painting. So then I'm going to paint my pieces of wood, and I start off with some black. And this is an apple barrel black acrylic paint. And I always pour into these little cups. I just prefer to start off painting from there instead of trying to get it onto my surface. And I'm using a foam brush because I thought that would give a little bit better, easier coverage. One thing I did do, though, was I didn't do a super thick coat, and I left it looking a little bit unpainted so that it could look a little rustic as I was going along. Next, I'm going to paint the smaller pieces of wood in this bright orange called Orange Red from Shutter Art. It's a acrylic paint. It came in a pack of 18 colors that we bought on Amazon. And again, I just painted the tops and the sides. And once it's fully painted, but before it's dry, I'm going to take a little bit of the black that's left on the foam brush and brush it on. It's a little bit of contrast, a little bit of more rustic. The nice thing here is you can sort of adjust it. If you did a little bit too much, since it's still wet, we can just pull it off with a little bit of a rag. Or you can also just rag it on in the first place, which is what I'm going to do on the second piece. But I think it looks kind of cute with that little bit of black on it. So once I'm done painting, I'm just going to lay out how I want to put these and decide where I want them before I glue them. Now I am going to let them fully dry before I actually glue anything or attach anything. But then I wanted to see what I want to add. So I have these adorable little pumpkin ornaments that I got in a pack of Halloween small ornaments from Amazon. And then I had these Halloween stickers that I bought probably 4 years ago from Michael's. And there's pumpkins and ghosts and bats and all kinds of things. So I'm just going to look through and see what I can find in there. And I think there's some witches' hats down farther below. Well, now the paint's dry and I've decided what I want to put on. So I'm going to just start gluing. And I decided to do the piece of base wood the tall way and put the orange pieces on sideways that way. So then I'm just hot gluing those on about equally distant from the top and the bottom. And I decided to use the jack-o'-lantern ornament and 2 of the little witches' hats. So now I'm going to glue the ornament in the middle and the witches' hats on the top and the bottom. Now the witches' hats are stickers, but I'm going to put a little piece of hot glue on there anyway just to make sure they don't come off even if the glue comes unstuck at some later date. And that's it for this very easy but adorable project. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching.